Assalamualaikum to Madam Shaliza. My name is Nurhanis Alina binti Muhammad Syaiful and I'm from class CS1105A. And my student ID is 2019-205768. And this is my video assignment presentation. Okay, based on the question given by Madam, which is 3 questions, we have to solve firstly mean and standard deviation, histogram and its mode, and lastly coefficient of skewness and interpret it. So I will explain how to answer these 3 questions. But first thing first, I would like to invite Madam to have your attention on the chalkboard. Thank you. This is the given question. Let's take a look at the table, shall we? To begin, I'm going to show you how to find the mean weight. First and foremost, we have to write the given formula of mean to answer the question. Okay, next we build a table to get all the needed data to get the mean value, which is weight, f, x, and fx. The x in the table stands for midpoint. So we are going to get the midpoint from the weight by summation of 2 numbers and divide it by 2. And then we can fill up all of the blank table. Next, we are going to find the fx by multiply the midpoint with 2 and then fill up all of the blank box and total up the fx and the f as well. Moving on, we are ready to find the mean value, which is by dividing fx with f. Next, we take the summation of fx, which is 3345, and divide it by summation of f, which is 60, and divide that too, and we will get the mean value, which is 55.75. Okay, next we're moving on to standard deviation. First and foremost, we have to make the table first of f, midpoint, and standard deviation. Next, we have to find the standard deviation by using the calculator, which we click on the mode and choose SD, and we take the midpoint, which is 43, and then click shift and comma, and then put the f, and then click M+ to get the standard deviation, and then list out all of the standard deviation. Okay, next we stated our fx, which is 3345, and then we stated our fx power of 2, which is 188,655. And then next we stated the summation of f, which is 60. Next, moving on, we write down the formula for standard deviation. So the standard deviation is 6.0663. Moving on to the next question, which is histogram and its mode. First and foremost, we have to draw the graph first. On the bottom side of the graph, we write down the class interval. Next, we can start to draw the graph based on the data given from the table based on the question given. On top of the graph, we stated the number of students, while on the right side is the weight of students. And for next step, we have to find the highest bar and draw 2 lines from point to point. And then we make a straight line from where the point intersect to get the histogram mode. Next, we write down the mode formula. So, the mode of histogram is 54.30. Moving on to the last question, which is coefficient of skewness, and interpret it. First and foremost, as usual, we have to write down the formula beforehand. Mean minus mode divided by standard deviation, or mean minus median divided by standard deviation and multiply with 3. Given the mean, which is 55.75. And then next, the median, which is 55.0652. And lastly, the mode that we already count earlier at the histogram, which is 54.30. Moving on to next, we are going to find the Pearson's measure of skewness. Okay, so this is the time when we are going to use the formula that we write just now. The first formula is mean minus mode divided by standard deviation. Or we can use the another formula, which is mean minus median divided by standard deviation and multiply by 3. Hence, after we calculated using the formula given, we get the result, which is 0.2390 or 0.3386. So after both answer is positive, the conclusion is data skewed to the right. So this is the full calculation for question A, and this question B, and lastly question C. That's all from me. Thank you.